Muftawu Nabila here with sports on the AM show. Chris Hilton has been unveiled as head coach of the Black Stars. The unveiling ceremony took place in Kumasi, and he's taken over a national team that has struggled to become a dominant force within the continent and globally. Well, a question was posed to him what he would describe as success during his tenure as head coach of the senior national team from now until December 31, 2024. He says one of the things he wants to do is to build a winning team.
I think what you do is that you always have to judge what you think and what you perceive as success and failure nearer to the time. And you also have to remember that what is deemed success and failure is different to different people. My responsibilities are, and what we have to remember is that I have the responsibilities to, if I look at the present squad that we have, remember we went into a World Cup campaign with the youngest squad in the World Cup. So my balances are on bringing these young players through, and also making sure that the experienced players that we have in the squad can be a good combination. So it's always going to be a mix of what is the most important thing, and the most important thing is always here and now. We have two games this week, and this is what the most important thing is. But I also have to have an eye on development, and I think I would be judged on a way a team play, what I've made from the players that we have, whether I've managed to get the best out of the players that we have, and have a support, and this is the most important thing, that have a support that enjoy seeing their team play. Now, what is judged as success and failure will be perceived in different ways. Ultimately, at this moment, it's about winning 2 games this week. It's about qualification to get to AFCON, and it's doing and preparing the team as well as we can from AFCON and performing the best that we can.
Performing the best that we can. After that unveiling ceremony in Kumasi, Chris Hilton returned to Accra and held his first training session with the team at the Accra Sports Stadium. 8 players were present for the training session. They were led by skipper Andre Ayew, Thomas Partey, Joseph Pencil, who did not make the final squad for the FIFA World Cup in 2022, but was called up by Chris Hilton for his first game against Angola. There was also the presence of a new boy from Germany, Ransford Yeboah, Antoine Semenyo, the likes of Daniela Mate, and the likes of Jojo Wallacott. They were all present for a training session which took place at the Accra Sports Stadium. Every member within the technical team participated in the training session. And as you can see on your screen, this was Chris Hilton addressing the players just before they held their first training session at the Accra Sports Stadium. Jojo Wallacott, he trained with the goalkeepers trainer Olele Kingston, while the other players were asked to stretch and also did a bit of ball juggling after the meeting that Chris Hilton had with the team. First contest for Chris Hilton is on Thursday against Angola, and there's a certain history within this national team. In the last 6 years, no coach of the Black Stars has gone beyond 2 years as the leader of the technical team. Chris Hilton is walking into a role that over the years has not been able to produce what many Ghanaians would describe as impressive results. His contest against Angola probably will give Ghanaians an idea about what he's bringing to the table as the next man who is seeking to reclaim the lost glory of Ghana's senior national team. My colleague Daniel Cronton has been taking a look at The Black Stars games since 2017 when Kwesi Appiah led the senior national team against Ethiopia at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Chris Hilton and the team will be flying to Kumasi this morning. We understand 17 players are currently in camp. Tariq Lamte, he is injured and is not available. And FC Cologne, Kingsley Schindler, has been called up to replace the Brighton right back in the squad as the team flies to Kumasi to continue preparations for that game against Angola on Thursday. They will hold one training session this evening. The last training session will happen tomorrow at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium, where and the Angolans would also be training at the kickoff time, which is 4 p.m. on Thursday. Let's talk about the under-23 now, and their contest will be against Algeria on Friday. The Black Meteors, they secured qualification to the next round of the African Under-23 Cup of Nations qualifiers after edging Mozambique and Benin to reach this stage of the competition. Players who have not been called up by Chris Hilton to the senior national team, Fatau Isaku, Daniel Afriye Banier, and Enes Niama, they have been called up by Ibrahim Tanko to be part of his team as they also continue their preparations for that game against Algeria on Friday. They played a friendly match against Atram Device on Monday at the Accra Sports Stadium. The likes of former Brecum Chelsea player Esiam, who currently plays for FC Basel, has also been called up. Emmanuel Yeboatu has been called up to the under-23 team to get ready for that contest on Friday. Their game is a double header. First leg will be in Algeria on Friday, and the second leg will also be happening at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium on March 28. Meanwhile, members of the technical team of the Black Meteors, they are threatening to withdraw their services as leaders of the technical team because they are owed bonuses that have been in place since they played Mozambique about 6-7 months ago. They claim that if the Ghana Football Association and the Ministry of Youth and Sports fails or do not give them what is due them by the end of day Tuesday, they would all leave the camping base of the Black Meteors, which is in Pram Pram. They say that they feel they've been unfairly treated by the government of the country and that of the Ghana Football Association, the football governing body for the sport in the country. Let's move on now and wrap up with some stories that has to do with some fixtures and results in the Ghana Premier League. And we'll take a look at the Ghana Premier League first. And this was the outcome of those matches. Samatex lost 1-2 to Asante Kotoko. Tamale City 1-3-1 against Dreams FC. Mediama FC 1-2-0 against Great Olympics. House of Oak 1-1-0 against Kotoko Royals. Bechimi United 1-3-1 against Kerala United. Viaro Tamale United 3-0 against Brecum Chelsea. In Swatruman 1-3-0 against second place Accra Lions. And Legon City's 1-2-0 against Ediana Stars. This game happened yesterday. And Kim Faisal also drew 0-0 against Bibiani Gold Stars. This is how the Ghana Premier League table looks like. Ediana Stars, they sit at the top with 39 points after 22 matches. Accra Lions are still second despite their defeat to Insuatruman. They've got 37 points. Bechimi United have got 36. Accra House have got 35. Kotoko 34. Mediama FC 34. Bibiani Gold Stars 32. Brecum Chelsea 32. Insuatruman 30. Samatex 30. We'll take a look at the second half of that table. The teams that are rooted at the bottom part of the Premier League table as the Ghana Premier League or domestic competition is heading to its latter part. We've got some about 12 matches more to play to end the season. Real Tamale United have got 28 points, Dreams FC 27, Great Olympics 27, Legon Cities 26, Kerala 26, King Faisal 25, Tamale City 24, Kotoko Royals. They are rooted at the bottom of the table with 17 points. That's your sports on the AM show with me, Muftawu Nabila. You can head on to my joyonline.com and read some more sports stories. The show continues right after this.